We got 2 more Finn babies. And they're both boys. That one definitely is a Finn baby. This one takes after her mama, his mama. Oh, but yeah. Still, 2 healthy lambs. Beats no lambs. Got this flashy guy. Again, a boy. But that is not a Finn baby. He is actually out of my Asaf ram, or by my Asaf ram, and this gal. So there's something in her background, because Ace has never thrown us anything with that kind of color. It looks like we are down to 10. Hi. What are you doing? Hi, sister. You gonna give me a baby? You don't look like you're bred. Oh, that's why. You're a ram. Hi, Lapis. So we went away for the night. My daughter had her state cheer competition this morning, and they did really, really well. No trophies, but it's only the 2nd time her school has qualified for state in the entire school history, and last year they never got to go to state, thanks COVID. So this is technically their first year going to state, and I'm super proud of the kids. They did amazing. But yeah, we ended up with 6 lambs, 3 moms, and I think we have them figured out. So Locust gave me 1 boy and 1 girl. My Declo, hi sweetheart. She gave me 2 girls. And Birch gave me 2 boys. Good morning. It is a little chillier today than it has been, and it rained all night. I mean, all night. It quit about 30 minutes before I headed to work at 7 this morning. So it's a little bit slick. It's a little bit muddy. Watch it, Patty. And it is super wet. So, but my tags came in. So now we can pull some of those boys and some of those lambs out of the jugs. One pair of twins and a single, and she had triplets in with the neighbor's stuff.
She's got a red mark.
She's a red mark.
Dude, he'd be his friend.
Okay, 23 are you?
And then 2 that are not. Right?
Correct. Nope. Don't let her jump.
Too late. Not sure what you got going.
I was totally not paying attention because I was waiting for you to stop the game.
I can't from my side.
No bang. So,
You're a problem. You too are problems.
last one, you need to check her bag, yeah.
Come on, girls. Come on.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, she's just paint. This is her third or fourth fry.
Yep.
She should be bred and lambed and
Yep. Come on, girls.
yeah.
So we pulled out all the breeding groups today. And now we're going to send everybody out back. Everybody, I mean all this big old group. Including both the rams. Where's the other one? Oh, they're both right together. The two rams right here. We're just gonna send them and whatever happens, happens. So because the neighbor has his hay where we used to take our sheep, and we have the rams where we used to take the sheep, and we have our other group that where we used to take the sheep. Basically, all our alleyways are full. So we're gonna send them like all the way around the farm, which could make things interesting. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Okay, now the hard part. Halfway there. Now we just keep them from going the wrong direction, and these other guys to come from coming out. Nimbus here. Nimbus. Down. And everybody's back where they belong. Springtime on the farm, guys. Not really sure they know where they're going.
They're just looking.
Dude, your women left you.
Yeah. You even got some spares.
Yeah, don't worry about the dog. They're on the other end of the world, dude. Where there's some grass. Ned. Springtime for him, too. Yeah, she thinks she's hiding.
Hasn't even twitched an ear.
Nope. It's amazing the things you find when you go hunting for sheep.
Find everything but the sheep.
But the sheep, yeah. Geese drive me nuts. As I look out, some are swans, some are geese. I just know that when I look across the barnyard and I see all these white things in the field, my heart just stops, because all I can think of is the sheep are out. How the heck did they get out? And then I realize they're birds.
You know how you can tell they're birds?
They fly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But when there's 80 of them and they're just hanging out,
They don't fly.
they don't fly much.
They are big.
They are big and they are cool. But I swear I have a heart attack every day when I look over here. There's a ton of them. And that's not all counting the ones that are back by the other wheel line. See, there's our sheep in the pasture where they belong, not in the neighbors. So there are some ewes that I have that they really don't amount to much, but I will never, ever, ever sell them. And this ewe here is one of them. This is Crystal. This is Sycamore's lamb that she absolutely despises. Crystal and his mom absolutely hates him, so we put him on Crystal, and she loves him. Ewes that will take somebody else's lamb without question, without throwing a fit, without beating the tar out of it or having to be held are worth their weight in gold. She is one. Those are the sheep that I will keep forever. Crystal only gives me singles. They're really not even good lambs, but we raise them up and we sell them. They're not something, if they were girls, I wouldn't keep them for me, but she will take any lamb we give her and doesn't even think twice about it. They are her lamb. I mean, she has no qualms about taking this lamb. If this lamb got close to its original mom like that, she'd have booted him halfway across the barn. But Crystal has no issues. So, when we were separating sheep, I checked all my ewes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really? We are down to 7 ewes left to lamb for this breeding group. So, we're getting there. And realistically, they should all lamb by next week. Definitely by the 1st. Made sure the rams were pulled out so that nobody would lamb after March 31st. I mean, yeah, they could go a couple days either way, but realistically, I should not have any lambs after March 31st, and then I'll be done until June. Yay. I need a break. So I had this ram named Easy, and he was seriously like the best ram in the world. He came to us tied with a string in the back of a pickup truck all the way from Nampa, which is like a 2-hour drive from here. He was the sweetest, calmest, just best ram ever. Hi. This is Glenn. This was Easy's last baby. And he is like the best ram in the world. Ha, Bubba. I have 3 of Easy's babies left. Look at his tail. So we have Glenn, and then we have Hook, and we have Granite. He's so content. Morning all. It is, well, it's actually afternoon. It's been a long day. The sheep blew the gate last night, so we ended up having to put all the moms and lambs back into the pens this morning, and then the other little group of turds, they ended up busting down something. We still haven't found the hole, and they were at the neighbors again. So we've been wrangling sheep this morning, and now we are fence building.
Okay, so this is a Titan 4-stroke post pounder. my wife got me for my birthday. Best birthday present ever. Everybody should own one of these. Takes about 30 seconds to put a post in. Less in weather like this. Okay, so we were trying to pull those out. And the top, because so we were pulling hard enough, hopefully, to get those out. And you'll notice down on the bottom, they did pull out. But since there's a big old cup headed that way, the top didn't pull as tight. But if you pull it too much, it breaks. So we call that right there a win, because it's tight on the bottom, and that's what holds the sheep, not the top.
Still not feeling 100%, but we got to get this fence done. I'm tired of chasing the sheep. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, is having to chase sheep. They should be where they belong and stay where they belong. So once we get this fence done, we have, well, let's see, we have this one back here that needs to get done. And then we've got one on the other side of the farm.
So this is us anchored to the Jeep on this side, down low up at the top of the post, and looking back that way. That's how we're building fence today.
Anyway, the guy that owned it before his family owned this place, they ran sheep, so there was a ton of sheep fencing on here, old. And then my husband and my father-in-law ran cattle, so they got rid of all the sheep fence, made it all great for cattle, and now we're back to sheep again. So now we're taking down all the cattle fencing and putting up more sheep fencing. So yeah, that's the goal this year, is all the perimeter fencing, and then the interior fencing. Keeping them home is mostest importantest. Well, we didn't get the whole fence finished, but we got gate up on this side to keep the sheep out, but of course this is all still wide open. So hopefully this will deter them, keep them in, at least for now. And then eventually we're going to pull out this old fence over here. But this should keep them from going to the neighbors. At least that's the theory. We decided that the next fence we're going to do is going to be the one going into the slough over here. That way we can put the sheep in there. It's got its own water. We don't have to worry about them. We can lock them in there if needed. Dogs can stay in there, but we do have to do the west side fence here, and then fix this south side fence, because it's where my husband took out all those trees and there is no fence left over here. So that's probably in the top 5. So we'll finish the west side fence. We'll finish the north side fence going to the other neighbor. And then we need to do this fence going the south side of the fence on the slough. And then we have a fence up by the house we need to get done too. So yeah. It's fencing. It's never ending, right? Well, I guess this will be the test. Little turds are out already. Do not know where they're getting out at that other pasture. But I guess we will find out if this will keep them home tonight. So you're just gonna risk it then?
Yep.
Send them out, no test, no nothing.
Nope.
Hope to God they stay in.
This is the test.
Wouldn't it be better to do it in the daylight when we're home?
Yep.
But you're not gonna.
Nope.
Whoa!
Sorry, dog.
Come on, ladies. Oh yeah, her face looks a lot better. Really?
Hey, look, there's a bred sheep.
That'd be Butterfinger. So she never did lamb, and Simmy, who we ended up having to pull the twins from, she got rebred too. It's gonna be an interesting July. I didn't see. Oh, there's a couple outside.